What up? What up? What up? Ledge here. We're gonna talk about this RBE Serious and Math card, Math versus Serious, however you want to call it. This is hours after. I'm about to do this real quick and get my ass to sleep. So, Ill Will versus Rex didn't go down. They didn't announce it until after the event was over. Like I seen Hip Hop is Real drop that footage. I'm like, I think we know that now. Thanks a lot. But that was weird. Should have told us. That was one of the battles I was looking forward to. Also, for some weird reason, I was told Dre Dennis and Mr. Mills happened before the 1SKs. Don't know why. That was weird. So I didn't get a chance to see that because I started, as soon as I seen people talk about the 1SKs was coming up, that's when I turned it on, thinking naturally the 1SKs would be the first battles. So I'm sorry to Dre Dennis and Mr. Mills. I missed it, and I was actually looking forward to that battle. So, all right, all right. So, yeah, that was it. Rosenberg Raw versus Craig Lamar. How can I say this? Craig Lamar choked in the second and third round, handing the battle to Rosenberg Raw. But I don't say that in discrediting Rosenberg Raw. He actually was really good to me in this battle. One of the better Raws I've seen in recent memory. No lie, no gas, no brakes. Y'all know me. I'm not saying this. I'm not just saying it to be saying it. They ain't giving me nothing for this. But yeah, Craig Lamar. And what was crazy about it, Craig Lamar had dope material every round. He has a problem, man. He gotta chest it out. Like pause if necessary. But you know what I mean? Like he gotta figure it out like Chess did in 2019. You know what I mean? Like how he figured it out this year. He looking like the 2018 Chess. So yeah, man. I'm Rosenberg either 2-1 or 3-0. Ain't gonna spend too much time on that. Like I said, it is what it is. Craig Lamar really has a bad habit of this. I predicted it, so I shouldn't be. I'm not too shocked. All right. Jay Murder versus Young Cannon was really, really good to me. I don't know how everybody else felt. I felt it was dope. Energy, intense. Like people stepped up. I felt like, and the third kind of left it a little flat for me. Like the third, I wasn't really feeling neither of their thirds because they were more angle based, and I was just so over angles in battle rap, especially if you know. That's a whole nother story, right? But Cannon in the first round, bombing. But I gave that first round to Jay Murder because I felt like he was that good Jay Murder who's aggressive, witty, in your face. But I felt like he stepped up pen wise. He was saying some cold shit lyrically that I was like, go ahead, Jay Murder. I see you out. I ain't mad at you. I'm not even mad at you. That's what's crazy. So I thought he was dope. Thought he won that round. Thought he was dope in the second round, but I felt like that's when Cannon turned up and he got that round. 1-1 going into the third. And they both kind of took their foot off the gas because while K was trying to jump in front of a story that he knew Jay Murder was going to have, and Jay Murder was trying to make that story hit in the building. And what it ended up being was a so-so round from both, but based on Jay Murder still being able to sell that narrative a little bit with the crowd and the way he was explaining it, I would say I edge it to Jay Murder. But it's a good battle. Like them first two rounds, tons of replay value. Just the third, I don't think they needed angles. If they would have stayed punching and being creative with their writtens, like in that aspect, I think you would have had that would have been super fire, all right? Well, he had next was Bad News versus Swave. I want to say this was a dud, to be honest with you. Swave, I don't know, man. His first, he showed promise. First round. But his second round was flat. He tried a lot of news flips that I've heard all the time. That I hear all the time. And they were bad. It was like he didn't even try. It was like news, like a reporter. You're the news. I'm an anchor man. And I was like, what is this? What are we doing? Like, damn, brother. I ain't know we was doing that. Yeah, no, I wasn't feeling it. Third round was trying to angle, trying to prove a point. It didn't really work. News, I felt like he got better each round, slowly but surely. And it wasn't, put it like this, it wasn't the chest bad news, but it definitely wasn't the swamp bad news either. So he was somewhere in the middle, and he edged the battle. I didn't even, y'all seen my predictions. I didn't think he had a shot at winning this, but I gave him the second and the third. And if you ever get a chance to see it, you'll kind of see it clearly too. It's not even like really much debate. Next battle was Oops versus Emerson Kennedy, and that battle was really good. One of the better battles on the card, along with Young Cannon and Jay Murder. It was fire. EK came out gunning. What I like about EK is, you know how people will be talking about build up and filler. There's there's a clear distinction between that. There's a clear distinction between filler and build up. I think he really be building up to an actual point, and he still sticks to the point even when he punches. So he'll be like giving you a story, like the moral of the story is you can't do this, and it'd be a crazy punch that he was talking about the whole time. He ain't just like putting words that connect and just happen to rhyme. I think he was dope, man. He was dope. Oops, this was probably the better Oops that I've seen throughout the whole year, because Oops been flat to me, but he woke up for this battle. He definitely woke up for this battle. All in all, without getting too deep into it, I feel like I gave the battle to EK. It was 1-1 going into the third, and his whole narrative of saying that basically Oops uses his third to try to clout chase as far as gain fans through tears and saying sad shit, because if they're falling for that, they will ignore his talent level and that he actually don't have bars. And because Oops didn't really counter right for that, or I don't think he seen that coming, he did exactly what EK said. Like he wrote about pain and black power shit, and I was like, damn, like it sounds exactly like what EK said, and it was like a lot of repetitive stuff, a lot of name drops. Jay Black, another Tech 9 bar. Yeah, gave that battle to EK based on the third. And then you had the main event. You had Mav versus Serius. It was a bad battle, man. It was a bad battle. Not gonna hold you. Serius starts off with a whole little wrestling scheme. Ric Flair. Then he says the woo. The crowd was with him. He was rocking. Man, that was like the best bar he said the whole round. Math goes. I'm just gonna skip. That was it. That's all I got. And then Math goes, and then he's a little better. He's a little better than the Serius. Edged him that round. Second round, Serius goes. Much better than his first. It was still cool, still okay. Math goes, and let me tell you something. I don't use hyperbole. I've never seen a room that quiet after somebody says a punch before in my life. And I'm talking just particularly Math Hoffa in his second round. If you got the VOD, go to that shit right now. It was baffling house. I don't know why. Listen, let me tell y'all something. It was so quiet. It was so quiet after he would punch that I would look at because I was watching on my phone at one point. I was like, wait, did I hit the mute button by mistake? Or did the sound go out? They were quiet. He was with all his mic, some minute, and then it would be like for like 4 or 5 seconds, and he'll just be like, yo, and he'll put his hands over his face, like, I mean, and they both had complaints about the crowd being asleep and not understanding shit, or it's a bad crowd. So it was half. They did have a couple lines that I thought the crowd should have reacted to, but hey, who am I? I mean, I wasn't the one standing on my feet for hours, you know what I'm saying? So they was probably looking for something groundbreaking that y'all just didn't deliver. Goes into the third. Serius goes. He's much better. He's flowing better. He needs to understand he's much better in this era when he's rapping with a faster tempo. That old Fight Club slow flow, break you down, it doesn't work with him because he's not intricate enough to keep our attention when he's rapping that slow. That's just my personal opinion. Am I wrong? Am I tripping? Somebody comment either here, or if they hear this, comment on Twitter. Like, Did that make sense? Like, he can't rap that slow because he's not intricate enough to keep our attention when he's going to get hit, when he's going to like end it with like kind of a regular to light bar. Like, it got to be something really room shaking if you're going to go that flow. You're going to go that slow with the flow and like try to weave together shit. But that's neither here nor there. He turned up in the third, flowing different patterns, different cadences, different like aggression, a bit of storytelling, a bit of angling, a bit of punching. Really cool round. Not really strong, really cool round. It was by far the best round of the night between the two. Math goes is better than the second, but not quite as good as his first. All in all, the battle was bad. I gave it to Serius, I guess, 2-1. All right, look, I'm out. The on the face of it, if you look at it, Young Cannon versus Jay Murder was dope. I really like Oops versus Emerson Kennedy. I like Rosenberg Raw performance, and I like the one SK. So you gave me about 3 good battles, 1 solid performance. I ain't too mad at it. So I think a lot of people are gonna judge it just based off the main event being bad. So you gotta really take that with a grain of salt. But if you judge it battle for battle, it's no different than any other card that happened this year, where you have good battles on the card, bad battles on the card, anywhere in between. So I'm out, man. It's late. I gotta get some sleep. Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Also, check me out on Twitter at PodTier. Check out my top tier podcast available on all your streaming services. And with that being said, keep it battle rap. Love.